Welcome to the Locker Room Grlz podcast, where nothing is fully filtered and dignity is occasionally left at the door. We cover fun and informative sports discussions, including the occasional stats breakdowns, without taking ourselves too seriously. We also dive into everyday life moments and aren't afraid to get into the awkward, honest, and sometimes embarrassing sides of women's issues that most people don't say out loud. From spicy takes to behind the scenes, locker room door conversations, nothing is off limits. We're unapologetically R-rated, and we swear when it feels right, and we keep it real. And yes, we also appreciate and absolutely comment on a few gorgeous, sweaty male athletes along the way. If you like sports with personality, honesty, humor, and a little chaos, you're in the right place.
You sure are. And guess what? Today we have a special guest. But before we get started, here's a quick note. The information shared in this podcast, including anything discussed by our guest today, is for general informational and educational purposes only. It is not intended as medical advice, and it should not be used to diagnose, treat, or replace guidance from a qualified healthcare professional. If anything you hear today interests you or applies to your own health, please talk to your doctor before making any changes to your care, treatment, or medication. Now let's get into it.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Locker Room Grlz podcast.
Hello.
We are here again once more for a fun time. We're here. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Kay. I am one of your hosts here in the Locker Room, and I am joined by
Misha
And Gigi.
And today, you know what? We decided to do something really fun.
It's very cool.
We have invited a special guest here, and I'm going to have Misha introduce you today.
All right, I've got a little bio to read. So, Jennifer McCowan is an internationally recognized trichologist, award-winning hair restoration specialist, best-selling author, and founder of Saskatoon Hair Loss Clinic. With a unique blend of clinical expertise, compassion, and approachable humor, Jennifer helps people better understand hair loss while restoring confidence, dignity, and hope. Having experienced health challenges, personal loss, business setbacks, and hair loss herself, she brings both professional insight and personal perspective to her work. Today, Jennifer is known for empowering others to feel informed, supported, and confident in their own skin. One conversation, one treatment, and one renewed sense of self at a time. Let's get started.
Welcome, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hello, ladies. Thank you so much for having me. This is so great to be here.
Thank you for joining us.
We're very excited.
We're very happy that you're here today. So why don't you tell us, my first question is, what exactly is a trichologist? Did I pronounce that correctly?
You did. You pronounced it perfectly. So, and I hear you. I mean, I was a hairdresser for 27 years, and I had never heard of trichology either. So what a trichologist is a hair loss and scalp expert. So we are a paramedical field of dermatology that specializes in the root cause of hair loss.
Oh.
So that sounds very... How did you get into that?
How did you get into that?
How did I get into that?
Yeah.
Well, like I mentioned, I was a hairdresser for 26 years, but 15 years ago, my dad was killed in a car accident 6 weeks after I had my son. And I lost a significant amount of hair. I got post-traumatic stress disorder, and for 8 years I struggled with my hair. Nothing I did grew back. I tried a lot of the things that the doctors would give me, and eventually the dermatologist said that I would be bald by the age of 60. And I'm 50 now, and I'm a pretty stubborn Irish Ukrainian girl. I'm fairly saucy, so I just thought, absolutely, there is no way Right.
Right.
Be going bald. And so I did a little bit of research, and it turns out that over in Europe, trichology is actually quite popular. And if you go to Scotland, Italy, the UK, it's very, very, very well known over there. And so it's just a matter of time before it makes its way here over to North America. I was the first one in Saskatchewan, and I think I was the 11th in Canada at the time. And now there's probably 30 in Canada now.
Wow.
Maybe 20.
It's still not a lot, though.
No, that's a handful.
Well,
and
Canada?
is this for men and women or just women? Because I know they're two
absolutely.
separate.
No, it's men, women, children. My youngest client is 3 years old. My oldest is 87.
Oh, wow.
3. Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So what kind of, like, is it just from, like, how does one lose their hair? Like, what are the, like, I know in perimenopause you can, and menopause you can, postpartum you can, trauma. Am I missing some?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, alopecia?
Oh, yeah. Well, so that's a great place to start. So alopecia is actually the general term for hair loss. It is sort of like saying you have a dog.
Oh, okay.
But what kind of dog do you have? Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So alopecia kind of covers the whole spectrum. And basically, your hair, what people don't understand, your hair is a barometer of health. The way that I like to explain it to people is that if you had a tree in your backyard, we're going to compare you and your hair to a tree. And let's say you notice that the branches are starting to break, the leaves aren't growing back properly, so you call an arborist. And if the arborist came over and just did some trimming, raked a little bit around the tree, it would aesthetically look nice for a little bit, but it won't last very long until you address the soil in that tree. And that is always the root cause of the tree getting sick. And so hair is pretty much the same thing. So hormones, definitely. So whether you're, a prepubescent going through PCOS, or you are in perimenopause, menopause, you've had a baby, there's 100 million reasons why us women get to lose our hair. It's awful. I have some questions, some surprise facts for you guys.
Oh, okay. I'm amazed. I love a game. Give me a game.
I have 2 games. It's going to be fun.
Okay. Well, does anybody else have any questions about what Jennifer does?
No, I think you answered it very well. I'm now definitely clear.
You know what? I'll be honest. It's something I don't think that women like to talk about, because the first thing you do when you lose your hair is hats, wigs, all kinds of things. And like, nobody really talks about it. So that's why I reached out to you thinking this was kind of interesting, because it's a problem for many, many women. It's just, you don't know, because they're all walking around in wigs and embarrassed about it. And now, bringing your profession into the picture, there's actually something maybe that we can do about it, but nobody knows, right?
Well, that's kind of why I like to share my story, because there's so much shame. I don't know why. It's because it's the way we present ourselves to the world, and we're always comparing ourselves to everybody else. And there is just so much shame involved when you start losing your hair. You lose your identity. With every strand that falls out of your head, you just start to totally lose track of who you are. I got so dark that I was having suicidal thoughts. I took down every single reflective surface that was in my home. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't actually attached to the wall, it came down. And then you put a little bit of, I had new babies at home. I had an infant and a 3-year-old, and I'm not eating, and I've got all this stress, and now I'm ugly. Now I'm ugly. Aww. And my body's changed because I've had babies, and it's too easy to get really, really hard on yourself. And then you go to the doctor and you try their stuff, and they literally say, well, all I've got for you is either some minoxidil or oral or topical. So the topical would always make me greasy and didn't really do much. At least it didn't for me. But it also was only trying to deal with the hormones. No one ever thought, and we'll get into this a little bit too, but stress, right? Like, no one addresses stress. Everyone just says, your stress is causing hair loss. You leave it at that. Well, what my job is as a trichologist is to give your body the means to cope with that stress. Because when we're stressed out, all kinds of things happen. We get a leaky gut, we get inflammation, we've got to balance things, and we don't absorb the nutrition and the vitamins and minerals that we need to in order to grow really good hair.
Yeah, that's a
so
good point.
That often gets mixed by your regular physician or dermatologist. You know, they kind of skip over that gut health thing.
I have a question. What about genetics? Like, is there just some people that you can't really help because of genetics? Like,
so you can slow things down. Genetics plays a huge role, like a primary role. It's basically number one on the hit list, right? But what we've come to do and learn with science is how to slow things down. You'll never stop it. I have female pattern hair loss. And so what I've learned to do is slow it down. There's never anything that I'm going to do, but instead of, my hair going from like 0 to like absolute nothing in a short amount of time, like they said, I was supposed to be bald by the age of 60, and that'll be in 9 years. So as you can see, I'm nowhere near being
good.
bald.
Yeah.
And you know what's really funny, Jennifer? I think back, and I think one of the most respected, like really pretty, and I loved her, was Sinead O'Connor. And she was really bald.
Yeah, she was. That was
nobody
good.
said a word about it. Everyone just respected her because she was really talented. And I thought she was really, really pretty.
Yes, but
She was a badass with her hair like that.
Yeah.
But it was a choice, right? Because she chose
that. That's the
to
difference.
shave her head.
It was, yeah.
That's the difference.
And that's the big difference, I think. Like it's a choice versus it's being imposed on you.
Right.
And I think, too, as you mentioned, Jennifer, for women, it is harder because we're not necessarily expected to lose our hair. I mean, men, they don't like it, trust me, but they kind of know it's down the pike. But for women, I mean, there's even that term, it's her crowning glory, right?
Exactly.
And so there's just always this image of hair being the most beautiful thing on a woman's body. And so when we lose it, then your self-image, everything can go down the toilet.
I brought up something with Jennifer when I was chatting with her before this podcast, and I said, like the male pattern baldness, and I said, going Messier up top, right? Yeah. Like Mark Messier, like he just he lost all his hair and people loved it. And it's like, that's kind of how, I mentioned to my male friends, I'm like, oh, you're going a little Messier up top. Yeah. And they love it. They think it's great, but we don't have anything like that. No. Going Sinead up top? No. Like, I guess we can't really, I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, well, some men can really pull off a bald head. Not a lot of women can pull off a bald head. Exactly. Demi Moore is another one who can absolutely strut a bald head.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
Yeah, G.I. Jane.
Yeah.
G.I. Jane.
And Britney Spears, she shaved her head too, but I don't know if that was a little bit...
that was a questionable...
That was a questionable decision on her part. Maybe a little, yeah.
Okay, well, let's get started with some of these games. I'm excited.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Are you guys ready for some fun facts?
No, I'll be honest. I know nothing about hair loss.
None of us do.
Good.
None of us do. So
good, because then you're probably going to learn a lot. Right? And you'll see people in a different light. And those of us who, like, when I was a hairdresser and losing my hair, I felt very hypocritical because all I was thinking to myself is, oh, what does she know about hair? She doesn't even have any. You know what I'm saying? So we're the only thing.
Oh my gosh.
It's the only thing you think of.
All right.
But I got some fun facts. All right. So
Let's
the first one's a true or false question.
Okay.
You lose about 100 hairs per day. True or false?
True. Just look at my shower wall.
I'm
true.
100% true. Yes.
True.
Yes.
100%.
Exactly
if
that.
not more.
All correct. That's right.
Yes.
You lose about 100 hairs a day.
Right on.
And a side note for those of us who are kind of nervous about losing some of those hairs, you actually have anywhere between 100 and 120,000 follicles on your head. So 120,000 opportunities for hair to grow. And more often than not, more than 80% of the time, there's more than one hair in each follicle.
Why can't we lose 100 hairs like in our pits or in the pubic region? Then that'd be great. That'd be nice. Like so easy, just and have it not grow back.
That's where I'd like my hair loss. Underarms.
Yeah, like
bikini line.
Does it happen there too?
Yeah, it absolutely can. But unfortunately, like men, the hair shifts from the head to the ears to the shoulders.
My God.
Us women, it just is like a general thinning top to bottom.
I guess if we combed it more often, it would fall out. Is that what we're...
No.
Sorry. That was... Yeah, no.
That was her.
That'll actually come up in one of the questions.
Oh, okay.
That'll come up. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
All right,
hit us with another.
Hit us with the next one.
Who notices hair loss first, men or women?
I'm going to say women.
I'm going to say men.
Men.
Men, because it's probably more common for men to lose hair. If you see a bald dude, it doesn't matter. You're looking at his butt.
The question was,
or
who
his hands.
notices it first?
Oh, wait, but do you mean on yourself or on other people?
Just in general, who would notice it first?
Just
men
like
or
out on the
women?
street.
I would say women notice
Oh.
it first.
I'll say men. I'm going to say men.
I'm going to change my vote to women.
Okay.
Well, maybe you're right.
Women are Hawkeyes. We're watching for it all the time. Women notice hair loss first.
We're more
Men
perceptive.
tend to not really notice it until it's like, holy smokes, there's the lagoon.
Right.
The funny thing is my eyeballs aren't usually up top. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking everywhere else but the hair. No offense.
Well, what's
I don't know
interesting
you guys-
about all three of you ladies is there's a fun fact coming up that none of you look like you're having any issues whatsoever. I think you're
that's
all
good.
doing really good.
That's
But
good,
a lot
yeah.
of women, when that
I do
light
have
comes
extra
in on the
thick hair.
top of the hair,
Top of the
you
hair.
can't see anything but your scalp.
So we get the reverse peninsula?
No, we actually lose hair in a very similar pattern as men.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Yeah,
that would be
absolutely,
really
all right.
weird if we had like a skullet. Like, it kind of goes back from the
It
front
can
and
happen
back.
to some women.
Oh, my goodness.
In severe cases,
Oh,
it will
wow.
happen to women, yes.
That's too
All
bad.
right.
Yeah.
Hit us with the next one. Maybe
All
we'll
right,
get the
number
next one
3.
right.
This number 3 is a big one, okay?
Okay.
Everybody thinks, does wearing a hat cause hair loss?
No.
Yes.
Mm,
Mechanical damage.
no.
I don't think.
No, it does not. And mechanical damage is different than hair loss.
I suck
Because I
at
would give
this.
you a half a point for the mechanical damage because
I think-
arguably, coming up and on, it can break the odd hair. Especially in
Ponytails.
straddle, they've had it highlighted. Ponytails, totally, especially when we're reefing on the elastic, right?
Right. Okay.
So, but technically, no, hats don't cause hair loss.
Huh. All right. Well, that's good to know.
All
okay.
right.
All right. So far, I'm 3
Number
for 3.
4. What is the number 1 cause of thinning in my clinic? Is it shampoo? Is it stress? Is it washing hair? Or hair dye?
Ooh.
I'm gonna say
Ooh.
stress because that was a theme when you first started talking. So I'm gonna go with stress.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with stress too.
Yeah, stress.
Well done, ladies.
Yeah.
Stress.
Woo. Okay,
Very,
thank
very
God.
good.
If you had asked
Washing
me
your
without
hair.
saying what you said in the beginning, I would have said something else.
All right. Okay. It's a huge contributor. And what a lot of people worry about is they think if they wash their hair in the shower and they see some hair in their hands, that washing their hair is making it fall out. That is not at all what's happening. It actually takes about 3 months for your hair to leave. And if we have time at the end of the show, we can talk about that then. But no, washing your hair is awesome, but stress is the number 1 thing. Number
But I
1.
have-
Stress is a huge starter of inflammation in the body.
I have heard people say about the hair dye, though.
So back in the old days, 100%. Like, I mean, that's some pretty funky chemicals in our colors.
Like
Okay.
the bleach, the
But
bleaching.
arguably now, I mean, honestly, back in the day, we had like lead in the black, right?
Ooh,
it was
okay.
crazy.
Oh, God.
So, but now it's pretty clean. Companies are fairly responsible. And if you're not putting color on your scalp every 3 weeks, usually it's not a bad thing. And chemical burns, that would be the most common reason why people would get hair loss.
Right.
If the bleach stayed on too long, you had a chemical, or you had an allergic reaction to the dye that they used, something along that line.
I would think,
cause
though, like the
stress.
chemical damage is damage to the skin and not to the hair follicle itself, though, right?
Oh, it would do both.
Do both.
Ah.
It just
That
I didn't
stuff-
know that.
So There's actually a lot of chemistry involved when you're learning how to mix color, because if you're working with pH levels, and if things get too acidity, they will literally melt the hair.
Oh my
and
God.
I've seen it in a clinic firsthand. It's ugly, and then it will give you a first to third degree burn on the scalp.
Well, that's how I got my
So
first
it will
mohawk as a
just-
teenager, by the way. Just a fun fact there.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. I bleached my hair and the sides of it fell off. And I'm like, well, you know what? Oh, well. Let's turn lemonade out of these lemons. And I just had a mohawk for my entire high school career.
Oh my God. Were you an 80s kid at least?
Close,
was
yeah.
it in style? Nice. Okay, good.
I mean,
She was a bit of a retro girl, so she liked to go back
a
and
little retro. Well, really, I had no choice because I had no hair on the side of my head. So I was a victim. I was a victim. Just kidding.
And it all grew back good that way?
Yeah. It all grew back great. Yeah,
Good.
as you could tell,
Perfect.
I got a lot of hair. I got a lot of hair now.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I was looking. All you have beautiful hair. It's incredible.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. So, which is worse? Same topic here. Bleaching, tight ponytails, or an iron deficiency?
Ooh,
Okay.
now I'm feeling a bit
Ooh.
stumped.
Huh.
Do.
What do you think? I mean,
I'm going with
gonna-
iron deficiency.
I'm gonna go with
Bleaching,
I'm gonna-
tight ponytails, or iron deficiency?
bleaching. I'm sticking with the
Okay,
theme,
I'll
the
just
bleaching.
be different and I'll say that darn tight ponytail.
Yeah,
Okay.
bleaching.
Gigi?
Iron.
Technically, you're all right because all of those answers cause hair loss.
Yes.
All right.
High five, ladies.
High five.
Woo! All right.
You betcha. Iron deficiency, low ferritin, those are a lot of common causes for female hair loss.
Excellent.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Did you have a question?
No.
We're good. Okay, number
we're good.
7. We've got 10 questions in this round, and then we've got the hair loss combine coming straight up afterwards.
the combine.
Okay.
Can't wait.
All right. So, how many
Skates on.
people experience hair loss? 10% of the population, 25% of the population, or 50% of the population?
Can I ask a clarifying question? Do you mean like
Absolutely.
I mean do you mean like hair loss overall, or do you mean problematic
Exactly.
hair loss?
Exactly.
Hair loss overall, in general.
100%. That's not an answer.
It's not an answer, but we have 50, 25, and 10%.
I'll go with 25.
We'll say problematic, okay? Because if you're saying
Problematic.
hair loss in general, I don't want it to be like the odd little hair thing
That's
going
what I
on.
was asking.
No,
Okay.
Like
where it
daily.
becomes
25.
like a hang on a second, I got hair loss. Yeah.
I'm
I'll
gonna
say
go
25 too. Yeah.
Gigi,
I'm going to go with 50.
Oh, that's bold.
very bold.
That's very bold.
Gigi's got big balls.
Yes, she
She's
does.
correct.
Yes, I do.
She sure does.
I do.
Are you kidding?
They're right here.
Oh my God,
me
she's
a-
grabbing her junk, grabbing her girls. Wait a minute. Are you serious? 50% of people have problematic hair loss.
That's incredible.
Women age of 50.
Women and men?
Yeah, actually, 50% of women by the age of 35 to 40 years old will actually experience hair loss,
Oh
and
my
50% of men by the age of 50 will experience hair loss.
Oh my God. I'm gonna have
Everyone
to,
across the board by the age of 50.
I'm going to have to listen to what you're going to say about prevention because now I'm scared. What if all my hair falls out one day? Well, then I'm going to
Then
talk to you, Jennifer.
you gotta
I'm gonna have to
call
call
I
you
would
up.
say, you have nothing to worry about. We're friends. I got you.
Perfect.
I got
Thank
back.
you.
You save a lot of money.
You save a lot of money on shampoo. Good call.
At the hair
Good call.
salon.
Good call. At the hair
That's just
salon.
it. Oh my God, I spent thousands just because everybody's got snake oil to sell you, right? So it's
Yep.
nice when you actually have somebody who's going to cut through the crap and tell you the truth, right?
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
If it exists, I bought it. Trust me. All right. So what grows hair faster? Biotin, rice water, or nothing?
Biotin? Rice
Biotin,
one.
rice water, or nothing.
Biotin's like a vitamin B type of thing, is it? Or
I'm going
Maybe it's
with
not. Maybe
nothing.
Biotin is a B vitamin.
okay, so it is a B vitamin.
My answer isn't on your list, so I'll stay away from that. But I'm gonna say, what was the second one again?
Rice water.
Let's go
Rice
with
water.
let's go with rice water.
When in doubt, pick C. So I'm going to go with.
I went with nothing.
So I'm going to go with nothing too.
You guys are probably right.
Okay.
Multiple choice.
Nothing is correct. You're on quite the roll.
See?
So
I am
here's the
not.
thing. Hair grows a half an inch a month.
Okay.
Yes, biotin and rice water can support hair growth, but it will not increase the rate of speed at which it grows.
Okay. All right.
Who knew?
Kind of a trick
Not me.
question.
I'm
It
not.
was, but-
rice is off my grocery list.
But remember, go with C when in doubt.
That's it.
Answer is always C.
C. Okay. Next question.
Now we're going to talk about some myths.
Okay.
Bogus stuff that's running around.
Okay.
All right.
What is the biggest myth? Only shampoo causes hair loss, only older men get hair loss, or grandpa's side of the family decides who gets hair loss.
Grandpa's side.
Grandpa's side. I heard it was the maternal side.
What was the first answer I could do? That's the
Shampoo causes hair loss.
That would be my myth.
I'm going to say C. You too.
Grandpa.
Right?
I'm not going to follow my own advice. I'm
We're
going to
going
go with
with
A.
Gramps.
Trick question, they were all myths. Shampoo does not
is so
cause hair
tricky.
loss. And I got to keep you guys on your toes.
That's a tricky
You
one.
thought-
Okay, well,
I'm on the
just
tips.
I just want to say
But a
that
lot of people-
I won the first round.
You did.
Yes, you did. I'm useless at this game. I'll admit it fully.
Well, a lot of people think
Second
it
round?
comes from mom's dad kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
and
that's what we've
ironically
heard.
enough, it comes from both sides. You could,
Oh,
if you've got it on either side,
Oh, shit.
you've got a shot.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
last one.
all right.
First thing to do if your hair starts shedding, do you A, go and buy shampoo, B, just sit and panic, or C, contact a trichologist?
Well, I know what I should do. What I will do is sit and panic, but I will go with
Most
C.
people panic.
I would definitely panic, and I would probably
Call a trichologist
go on
now.
Amazon and buy myself a glorious blonde wig immediately because I got to prep for that. But I'd say the last one too. Call you.
Well, I
That
mean,
is
I'm going to
correct.
say I sit and panic about everything, so
Yeah.
that's a normal reaction. But yes, it would be C for me to call a
Exactly,
trichologist.
right? So many people, like, obviously, nobody knows what a trichologist is. So most of us would go hit Amazon, buy shampoo, whatever what did the doctor tell you, what your
Yeah,
nurse person tell you.
exactly.
Because, a lot of physicians, unfortunately, are just limited into what they know, which is gives us trichologists an interesting perspective because we kind of dive even deeper, right? We do things just slightly different because hair's really, really finicky. And so you are all correct on that one.
Awesome.
Excellent. That was the last one. Last question
but
you
we
have.
still have, we've got a combine coming up.
Okay.
Do you have
Do we
any
have
questions? We've got 8 athletes up, and I want to see if you guys can guess what's causing their hair loss.
Okay.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yes,
Okay,
combine.
all
I
right.
got my
Combine.
skates on. I've got
Let's
them
do
on.
it. Let's do
I'm
it.
ready to go.
Athlete number 1 is a hockey player. His hair is thinning on top. Is it his helmet, his genetics, or the shampoo that he's using?
Genetics.
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 Is it Austin Matthews?
Ding, ding.
Come on.
Genetics.
Hey, it might be
Yeah.
his genetics.
Is-
Is his dad is bald? Yeah, it's got to be genes. Okay.
Let's go in
That
that, way.
is correct.
Awesome.
Athlete number 2, we've got a female gymnast thinning at the temples. What do you think could possibly cause her hair loss?
I'm going to say her tight, pulled back hair.
Yeah, tight pulled back hair and maybe stress from the competition because her
Ooh,
parents push her
good point,
to
good
the
point.
point where,
Diet and stress.
That's an excellent point. It's actually tight ponytails, and we call that traction alopecia.
Oh.
A lot of dancers, a lot of gymnasts will just like suction tight it back, and often causes a lot of hair loss. But stress, I love that you said that, because a lot of women, when we're losing hair in the temples, not only can that be a hormonal issue, but a lot of times it is a digestive and nutrient deficiency issue. So as soon as you clean up that gut, usually this hair comes back.
okay.
That's very interesting. So a little bit, we were all sort of a little
So
right.
cool,
A
right?
little bit right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right, athlete number 3 is a marathon runner. What is it called if she starts shedding hair about 3 months after her fancy race?
Complete
A
body
bad
breakdown?
luck.
It is a really
Very
hard
bad
question.
luck.
I'm going to go for body breakdown.
That's a stumper.
Post euphoria high.
Well, I love the body breakdown angle that you're on.
Oh, body
You're
breakdown.
definitely
Is it
getting
the
there.
muscle loss and the excessive training that has caused
Well,
her?
that would be rhabdomyalgia.
Oh.
But this is what we call telogen effluvium, like a stress.
What? Say that again.
Telejunaflubium.
Bless you.
Tell us. Can you say that again?
That can also happen after a really bad cold, a flu, COVID.
What's it called again?
But if you got playoffs coming up, you get super, super stressed out. You sometimes aren't eating as good as you should be or less than you should be. And then when playoffs are over, about 3 months later, you realize, holy smokes, why is my hair shedding? It's because you went through a really stressful period. You interrupted that growth cycle. And now we call that telogen effluvium.
Wow, that was...
Nice.
Okay, athlete number 4 is a football player. He likes to shave his head weekly. Does shaving cause hair loss?
I'm going to say no.
No,
I
it
want to
doesn't.
say no.
And I'm basing that on my high school days. No, absolutely not.
And everybody answered no?
Yeah, we said no.
And the hair on my legs keeps growing back. So I definitely am going to
Exactly.
say not
no,
a chance.
It doesn't cause hair loss. Woo!
Yeah.
Everyone got that one right.
Oh, or we'd all be
Okay,
happy.
on that, can I ask a quick question, though, on that? I've
course,
heard
yeah.
a lot of people say that if you shave your legs or your chin or your whatever, that it goes back thicker and coarser. Is that true, or is it just...
No.
Okay. Phew.
No. You're only born with so many follicles. Those follicles can only produce so many hairs, and that's all you got.
So
And
it feels
so if it does
coarser
come
'cause
back
it's-
thicker, in some cases what happens, depending on the modality, some people's hair was just in a really rough state, and then sometimes if it grows back thicker, maybe they are in a healthier state after that.
Ah, right.
So maybe
okay.
their iron is back up, or their B12 is up, or whatever, their thyroid is evened out, things like that.
So
Okay.
hair texture
But yeah.
can change based on the status of your
You
health.
bet.
So that might kind of disguise itself as, oh my God, I have more hair growing back, right?
It'll also change with age and the loss of estrogen.
Oh, super
You wouldn't
duper.
believe the amount of women that their hair goes curly. It's like the day they turn 65. Bang.
Really?
They'll have ringlets that
What?
they've never had in their life before.
Maybe there's hope for me yet in a couple decades.
How come somebody hasn't figured out how to
never
turn
know.
this on earlier?
Yeah, really, right? How come that hasn't...
All those
Oh,
perms in the
jeez.
high school days.
God.
Okay.
It's
Well,
hormonal though, right? Because
perms
I
were
heard
a
that can
thing.
happen after pregnancy and childbirth, that people's hair
Yep.
changes, like either for the
It
better
does.
or it falls out. Like there's 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of change. Us women, we go through the ringer if we don't already go through enough. Our hair
Right?
is like, we go through so much.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I hear you. Okay, next.
All right. Athlete number 5. She is a woman on a mission. She loses 35 pounds. And then all of a sudden, she starts losing hair. What do you think the reason was that she lost her hair?
Weight loss too
This is
rapidly.
a great
right?
GLP-1 kind of question.
Is it nutritional loss from not eating properly, maybe?
Yes. Rapid
'cause-
weight loss.
You're dieting, you're not absorbing as much, probably not getting
Well,
as many nutrients.
I
That'd be
was-
my guess.
Yeah, I would have said depends on
All
how
of
fast
the
she
above.
lost it and how she did it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Speed is huge. So when it comes to GLP-1s, specifically, a lot of people will shed like 20 pounds in a month. Even if you weren't on a GLP-1, anyone who, if their metabolism, if their body drops or gains that amount of weight in a short period of time, it is guaranteed to throw off the growth cycle of the hair, and you're going to have some shedding. So that is very, very common. The other thing too is sometimes when we're dieting, we're in a calorie deficit, right? So the body's not used to getting what it is, or what it usually used to get, and that's why supplementing
Okay.
is so critical for even everybody, even if you're not trying to lose weight. Our food, we've destroyed our planet, unfortunately. So then, like what our grandparents used to grow in their garden is not what we can grow in ours.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
true.
Yeah.
Of
So
course.
So making sure you're supplementing, because if the calorie intake is down, especially with GLP-1s, if your appetite's down, you're not able to eat as much. So that's when you really have to make sure you take some supplements.
Oh God,
Question.
yeah. I look at pictures of my ancestors, and they're all super hairy. Like they're hairy, big ass beards. The men have got full heads of hair. Like the women, like full heads of hair, hairy legs. They're like just crazy farming stock. Yeah, sturdy.
Well, some of that is actually evolutionary, because now there's actually sections in the hair, the very, very middle of the hair.
Right.
You're thinking you got like
Kay's ancestors were cavemen.
like
I'm not that old, dude. My ancestors were cavemen, although it sounds like they are. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
I'm gonna say, because like you can even ask dentists right now. People are being born now without as many teeth because we have air conditioning. Hair is meant to keep us warm. That's the whole purpose for it. It was to keep us warm. And if you go to places like Tibet, Antarctic, and you look at like the Inuit, they have a lot more body hair than we do, and it's because it's intended to keep you warm. But those of us who have like lived the lifestyle for a bit, we've got AC. So we don't need to be as furry.
Can I ask a question about this weight loss, rapid weight loss? So if someone does lose their hair, like, you know, and then if supplements or eating healthy again or whatever, will that make the hair grow back, or are they effed because they did it so quickly?
Usually what just ends up happening is that is usually classified kind of under the telogen effluvium thing. Okay. It's a little bit of a nutrient deficiency, right? Okay. So it takes about 5 years to kill a hair follicle dead where it doesn't ever come back. And so usually if you correct the diet, and oftentimes it's just a matter of waiting, take the supplements, continue to eat well, watch your stress, get lots of rest, sleep is key. But yeah, it should bounce back.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Thanks.
My pleasure. All right. Athlete number 6 is a bodybuilder, and he likes to put the juice in his caboose.
The juice.
The juice.
The fancy juice.
That's right. Can steroids accelerate hair loss?
Damn straight.
I think so.
I want to say yes, too.
I haven't seen too many hairy bodybuilders. Not that I like to look at them, because
they build things. Yeah, they build things. So you would think everything is accelerated.
Well, if it shrinks other things.
Hair grows. It does shrink other parts. That's what I've heard. And
steroids can be damaging. Steroids can be damaging for your skin if you use it too often. So I'm going to say the roids are the problem.
Oh, yeah. So it does. Steroids actually hugely accelerate hair loss because it's a bunch of androgens, and androgens are the primary driver for male pattern hair loss. And that's why exactly what you said, you don't see many bodybuilders with a loaf like Elvis, right?
Yes.
Like you just don't see it out there.
Oh my God.
Right?
Like Elvis.
So
Love
it is super, super common for boys to lose their hair. And hair, for the record, is one of the fastest dividing cells in your body. So if those bodybuilders are using all of their iron, for example, for their muscles, the hair is only, or your body's meant to keep you alive, doesn't care how pretty you are while you do it. So all of the minerals and vitamins are meant to go to your vital organs and not your hair.
That's going to be my new phrase now. When I think I wake up feeling ugly some days, you know, look in the mirror. Your body is meant to keep you alive, not to make you pretty. That requires extra.
Oh, but you are pretty. Come on.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
All right, next up we got a soccer player, number 7, and now he's got one round spot that's missing hair. Do you know what that's called?
Alopecia.
That's where the aliens landed.
That's the overall term.
A little round
crop circles.
spot.
A crop circle. That's exactly.
Like a crop circle.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you.
It's too much heading the ball in the wrong spot.
So a lot of people call that alopecia, but that's alopecia areata. So similar to a crop circle, you've got an area of hair missing.
Areata.
And that is very common.
I have actually seen that, where there's few patches and they're perfectly round, or they're not round, but there's just patches, right?
Yep. I dated,
very smooth, you betcha.
Yeah.
I dated someone who had gloriously thick dark hair, And at one point in his life, his beard had patches of it that stopped growing in, and I think that was stress related.
Was it
We
because
call
of
that
you?
alopecia Barbie. And there's
No,
two
it
reasons
was not- I was
that
not
cause
distressed.
that types of hair loss, right? It's first of all an autoimmune disease, so it's the autoimmune system. Your body attacks itself for no known reason. But the other one that's very, very common is a vitamin D3 deficiency. So just simply by adding vitamin D3 under your tongue in a liquid form, everyone would have to find out based on individual needs how many units you would need or how many drops.
So go get a blood test or something like that. There are a lot of
scientific studies proving that vitamin D3 is linked to the severity of alopecia areata, because those little spots will eventually become so many that the whole head can get taken over and they've got nothing left, and then it can go to the whole body where it becomes the alopecia universalis, where there's not a hair left, not even on a toe.
So you're like a seal.
You're
Smooth
sort of
like a seal,
yeah,
like
exactly.
a porpoise.
Porpoise.
Yeah.
Just slippery and shiny.
Well, the weirdest thing is his just it fixed itself somehow. So I guess maybe it was an autoimmune thing or something.
Yeah, a lot of times it will bounce back because either the autoimmune system kind of calms down or D3 levels come up because summer comes. That's what happens with a lot of people. We get all jacked up on the D in summer, but usually by November, when the seasonal affective disorder is kicking in, also right around the time that the D3 goes right in the toilet.
Yeah. I know I have to take
All right.
5,000 units a day because even in the dead of
Atta girl.
summer,
Good.
when I'm in the summer in the sun and like I'm tanned and burnt and everything, my vitamin D levels are still low. I've had blood tests and I just have to take it yearly. So maybe I won't get crop circles or holes in my beard. Just kidding.
So
Joking.
we should check your liver.
Oh my
Because
God.
vitamin D comes through your skin and it is actually processed through the liver and then up the kidneys and then it gets put to work in the body. And so if you and I sat down outside of this, I'd be very curious to take a look at your lab work and see if maybe there's some tweaking we can do somewhere in the liver or kidneys to help improve your body's ability to absorb that vitamin D or get it to the working form of the vitamin D to get it to work better.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
So we can chat. All right,
Thank you.
last athlete. She is a swimmer, spends oodles of time in the pool. She thinks that the chlorine is making her hair fall out. Do you think chlorine makes hair fall out?
I'm a
No.
swimmer,
No.
so I'm going to say no. If you don't wear a bathing cap, it will change the color of your blonde, but it will not make your hair fall out. That's what I'm going to say.
I'm going to say no. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm no too.
All right. I would actually give you a Stanley Cup for simply saying it would change the color, too. Very impressive. No, it doesn't make your hair fall out, but it will make it orange.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%.
And I've even
Or
read
green.
that I had to soak my hair to get as much of the good shower water absorbed and then put the bathing cap on so that way there's less of the chlorinated water to sneak under the cap because I'm
Exactly.
not a
The
natural
tap water
blonde.
creates like a barrier. It's a catch-22 because there's a lot of chlorine and fluoride in tap water, so it can still adjust your color a little bit, but not nearly the amount of chlorine, like parts per million when it comes to a pool. So if you put soaking water on your hair and then you actually put a leave-in conditioner on top too, and then put your shower cap on, that conditioner almost acts like a Vaseline on the skin. It acts like almost like a protective barrier.
Yeah, I've used a coconut oil before. I don't know if that was
Awesome.
to
Oh, and then it
protect my hair.
smelled delicious too.
So greasy.
It is very greasy, but you have to wash your hair to get the chlorine out anyway.
For
so-
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh,
Okay.
It's a good lubricant for your hair. It's a good moisturizer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I hate the
Good
greasy.
every now and
I hate
again,
the
right?
greasy. Ugh.
well, then you could use a conditioner.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, thank you. This was a lot of fun.
This was a lot of fun. I learned
I-
a lot today.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
came in here with
Good.
zero knowledge, and now I'm chock full.
I know. So what can you tell us what your contact information is and include your Instagram so that our listeners can contact you?
For sure. So my website is saskatoonhairloss.com, and on Instagram they can find me at Jennifer Polly Trichology. So Jennifer Jennifer Polly Trichology
Okay.
on Instagram and TikTok.
Perfect. That's where I
And I
first
do
found you.
online. Pardon me?
I first found you on TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was being a pervert over the off-campus
That's
boys.
why I'm like, I need to contact her. She sounds like my type of girl.
Oh.
So if you've listened to our
and I got to
podcast,
thinking, if we could have been sports broadcasters, we could always been in the dressing room all the time.
oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Don't even get me started.
I need to change
Where?
my profession now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And
Truly,
thank
thank you.
to you guys for joining in and for Jennifer for being on our podcast. We
you
hope
so
you
much
had
for
a good
having me.
time. And for the rest of you gloriously unhinged beauties who sat through this and learned a little bit, we hope you did learn a little bit.
Yes, we do.
And had a little bit of fun learning too. So
And taking the stigma out of hair loss.
absolutely. And if you have any issues, please contact Jennifer at those
Or your local trichologist.
or yes,
Yeah,
there's
there
only
might be
30
some.
of them.
But some of our listeners are from the U.S. and other
Oh,
places.
that's true.
And they might have...
Yeah, I work online too. We do virtual consults.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
Gotcha.
Perfect. So we'll chat with you ladies next time on the Locker Room Girls. Locker Room Girls.
Girls are out.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you.